Hey everybody, I was just doing some research on supplementation, and as someone who tries to remember to take my own multivitamin and such every day, it's sort of a slap in the face when you come across research and information that counteracts what you've been led to believe. And there's a reason why our society is so keen to rush to take vitamins and supplements, because we're getting more health conscious every day, every year, every week. But also television gets better and better at persuading us to buy better things. Marketing is predatory, advertising is predatory, dollar is the language, not health. And we know this. Wear your mask, but by all means, have 4 double doubles and 4 fries. That's the society we're living in. You might have heard the story, you might not have. I complained about it for a week, but I went to Walgreens about 2 or 3 months ago, and this lady was livid because she could not buy cigarettes and beer with a coupon. But she had a mask on, and she weighed, doesn't matter what she weighed. The point is, her behavior was counterproductive to the protection that she thought she was going to get from wearing a mask. The question that I always find myself asking in that sort of situation is, how's your cholesterol? What's your heart rate? How's your blood pressure? If that isn't a concern of yours, the mask is short-sighted, okay? That's beside the point. We're not going to talk about that. I'm here to talk about multivitamins, because I take multivitamins, right? You probably do too. What's a good one? Do you take vitamins? Do you take fish oil? Do you take all that stuff? I'm sure you do, and you probably believe that it helps you. But from what I've found, from tracking my own meals and following dietary strategies, is that if you do not have a well-balanced diet and you do not follow a good eating plan and have an eating strategy, whatever that may be, taking a multivitamin isn't going to help you at all. Actually, you'll probably come in under your total allowed nutrient allowance for the day. And that's a suggested allowance, because nobody really knows. That's another thing. There's this idea that we know as a human race and as a society, you must eat this much and this and this and that. But you really don't know, because you've got super healthy people and they drop dead. And then you got guys like George Burns, remember him, the cigar guy? Smoked cigars every day till he was like 102, What gives? I doubt he took vitamins. Older generation, they didn't really have that kind of stuff that we do. The younger generations, my generation, they look everything up. They're all about the science. They want to get the research. We want to see the studies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody wants proof. I want proof that this is going to work. How can you guarantee me that this is going to do what it says? Well, you made the mistake when you stepped foot into the door, because you already had the idea that you wanted to buy this thing because it was going to set you up for health, right? So then you start looking into it and you're like, oh, maybe not. Anyway, I looked this up here, and I just found this study. It was on how stuff works under health, and I just skipped to the bottom. The number one complaint that this person did research on, she says nearly 40% of American adults take a multivitamin, and more than 50% of American adults take some form of dietary supplementation. The most popular is a daily calcium supplement. I take a calcium supplement. I don't drink milk. While evidence suggests that calcium may actually have a positive impact on your health, there doesn't seem to be any evidence any other ingredient in your multivitamin does anything positive for you. Now, that's true, but not true. Like I said, it depends if your diet is good. And the only way you would know that is if you're working with a dietitian, working with a nutritionist, or tracking your meals, tracking your calories, or you're paying very close attention to every ounce, every smidgen of food that goes into your mouth. And unless you're doing that, you would never know. And I know, because I've done it. And so I always fall short nutritionally in the micronutrients, especially potassium. That's from vegetable choice. So I'm sort of picky still. But I always fall short on my potassium, and I almost always go over on my sodium. It's really hard to get a perfect allotment for your nutrients. So you have to pay attention to that if you want to make sure that your vitamins are working for you, okay? While evidence suggests that calcium, blah, 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 and in addition to this bombshell, it's not really a bombshell, Some research suggests that those of us who take vitamins may die sooner than our friends who skip supplements. Now, I don't know about the validity of that. I'm not going to research that. Everyone's on a time clock. So, sorry about that. Everyone's on a time clock. The harsh truth is we're all going to die. As soon as you're born here and you come to Earth, the time starts ticking. In an effort to prolong our experience here, we do things like take vitamins. The breakdown of your cells is always happening. So it is good to resupply the factory with more supply. And you can also slow down the breakdown and encourage new growth through exercise. Hey, I know somebody's good at that. Anyway, she continues, you read that correctly. In 2011, the Iowa Women's Health Study found that multivitamins did not offer any health benefits to the women taking them, and also found an association between taking dietary supplements and a shortened lifespan. So that is one health study from 2011 in Iowa. So the world is a very big place, very big. So we can't take one study as some sort of fact. It's just one study. It also found out an association between taking dietary supplements and a shortened lifespan. Like I said, George Burns smoked cigars till the day he died. Other people, young, a guy that I knew in passing from the Lifestyle Center, he passed away recently, quite healthy. You never know. So, lightning could strike you down instantaneously. You never know. It's entirely possible that this is due to people having a false sense of security about their health, but that taking a multivitamin may make them less likely to take care of themselves in other ways. Well, that I would say I agree with. It is partially true. We take our vitamins. It's the same with the lady from my example that I made in the very beginning of this talk, that she was buying alcohol and cigarettes. She was not at a healthy weight, and she was mad that her coupon didn't work, but she had a mask on to protect herself from the coronavirus. So is that misplaced security? I think it is. Do what you will with that information, but a supplement, no matter what it is, it won't help you if you're not already doing as much as you can to help yourself. So one protein shake a day, but you don't eat chicken breast or steak or broccoli, and if you're trying to build muscle, that one protein shake, it's not going to do anything for you. That protein is going to get broken down so fast and go everywhere else but your biceps. Same thing with collagen peptides. I see that a lot for skin and wrinkles. Well, did you know your knees and joints use collagen too? They're probably going to get it first, because I guarantee you that your knees have more wear and tear than your face. Although we could argue that point with some people, right? Anyway, I got to go. Keeping it short today. See you later, guys.